So for those of you that have missed it, Frozen set for FaZe move. Mouse listed Brolin for World Final. He's set to complete a move to FaZe to replace Twist. Frozen will play this tournament with the new team already at the Blast World Final. So we're going to see him right away, apparently. I think the confusing... Okay, one, I think this is a great pickup for FaZe. I think this is fucking cool as fuck. Pretty much a perfect move. In terms of just like roles, player personnel, talent, everything. That being said, I am so confused. I asked on Twitter and nobody really has a definitive answer. I don't know what's happening with FaZe, because if Game Square is set to acquire them at the end of the year, which they are, that means you're getting a player. Like, are they just getting like he's leaving Mouse? Like, there's no way he's just leaving Mouse to go play one fucking tournament with FaZe. And on the flip side of that, like, how the fuck is FaZe getting to exist while being owned by Games? Are they just gonna spit? Is Game Square just gonna spin off another company and then be like, well, we don't, two different companies? Like, I don't know what's. I wish I understood. I don't want FaZe to disappear like the roster. It's just from a conflict of interest standpoint, I don't understand how they're gonna continue to exist. But with FaZe signing Frozen, it suggests that they probably have some sort of plan. On the flip side of that, was that plan? Now I'm curious, did Twist know about this beforehand, or was this something that recently developed? Because if you remember, I think it was Rops and Twist were tweeting Game Square, just kind of ominously, or whatever you want to call it, on Twitter. I don't know what this means for FaZe, basically. I think this is a great move. I think this is going to be sick, and I kind of am annoyed that I'm more interested in what's going on behind the scenes than I am with the roster move. I mean, I hope this roster continues to exist. Man, imagine if Twist assumed, or basically all the FaZe players assumed, that they would have to find a new team. Twist immediately does, and then maybe imagine a month later, the FaZe guys are just like, oh, a Game Square is like, by the way, we have a workaround. You guys are all good now. Like, man, I don't know how all of this went down. I don't know what's happened. The only people that do are, everybody on FaZe and now Twist. But man, that would be, I'd feel so shitty if his decision was made without knowing that. And I kind of feel like it was. Man, that's wild though. Gonna be sick to see this roster in the global final for Blast, or World Final. Should be sick. Whatever the quote unquote workaround is though, I hope it's a real workaround and not just somebody owning it, just holding on to it basically, but we all really know. You know what I mean? Like, the chance of that specific scenario is 0.1%. I think you drastically overestimate how well run these orgs are if you think that had a 0.1% chance of happening. Maybe I'm on a delay right now, so maybe you respond to something else. But if you're saying a scenario where Twist didn't know that the FaZe team would be able to completely stay together and still chose to leave, isn't possible, or didn't know that they would be able to stick together, and he left and then found out later, you're saying that's 0.1%. I think that's naive, honestly. That's not saying that is what happened, but I feel like saying that it almost had no chance of happening, I think is just ridiculous. These fuckers do dumb shit all the time.